I believe every single thing that has happened to me truly has happened for me to evolve into the person that I came here to be. Whether that was just for me to get more of a backbone, for me to get stronger, or for me to relate to someone I once could not relate to. Brene Brown says, your story is someone else's survival guide. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Earn Your Happy podcast. It's time for another quickie because there's always time to fit in inspiration. And I just posted the most delicious spicy margarita mocktail recipe that you will ever have in your entire life. I'm literally only telling you because it has changed my life. I'm telling you that like on the weekends, if I'm like, oh my God, I'm just really craving a cocktail, or at home at night, I'm trying to drink less because I just feel so much better and my life is super demanding right now in a great way. And that is something that is making me so excited for the evening. I'm like, oh my goodness, I get my little break with my spicy margarita. And you guys, it has a stick of Glossy in it. So we actually call it a Spicy Mar-glo-rita because it's good for your skin and gut too. But if you want to check that out, you can go to my Instagram or Get Glossy's Instagram at Get Glossy. And you'll see the little margarita shaker on there with the Spicy Mar-glo-rita recipe. But I'm not kidding you. When I say it's the best one I have ever had in my life, this was made by Liquid Caterers when we did our activation at Powerhouse Women. And now we did an activation this last weekend at Girlfriends in Business. So we had them there, and we did another activation at the Body Gym when we did one there. And everybody freaking raves. They're like, I literally, like, my mind is blown at how good this is. I'm not kidding. If you love a spicy marg, I actually think it's the best one I've ever had in my life without alcohol. How that happens, I don't know. I think it's the cucumber juice mixed with like the lime and the jalapeno and the agave. It's incredible, mixed with some Glossy in there. So go and check that out. And also, if you need to get some Glossy for this, you can go to getglossy.com and use code HAPPY for 25% off. So let's talk about the weekend that I just had. We just finished Girlfriends in Business. It is all about growing your business and your network. And what I do at this event is I invite in my favorite women, like women who have impacted my life in some way. So every single person that comes and speaks has either had an impact on my life or my business. It's someone that I know. It's women that I've either taken their courses or learned from. Like, these are incredible experts in their arenas. And we had Hala Taha, who runs Yap Media, and she was so freaking knowledgeable about podcasts. Like, the whole room either wanted to get on a podcast, had a podcast, or wanted to launch a podcast. So of course, having Hala there was such a gift because she is literally like the podcast princess right now, truly. And we had my friend Erin King there, who is one of the best speakers I have ever heard in my entire life. She is a professional speaker. It is what she does for a living. She is booked and busy, traveling all over the world, delivering keynotes. And this particular keynote is one that I'm going to talk about today on the show. We also had the incredible Rebecca Cafiero from the Pitch Club, who taught us how to actually take all of these relationships that we made in the room and make them work for you. And that was an incredible framework that just blew my mind. How to make coffee chats and everything like that work for you, and how you meet all of these different people in so many different ways. We had Kathrin Zenkina there, who is Manifestation Babe. If you guys don't follow, I have been following her work for so long before we became friends. And then when we became friends, I'm like, this is the coolest thing ever because now I get to have you in my life. So she talked all about manifesting the courses and launch of your dreams. And it was just really cool to get a full inside look at every single thing that she does. We had Dr. Amy Shah there, who has grown just the craziest, biggest brand online with millions of followers on different platforms. And she is a doctor. It's really like not a normal thing for a doctor to be able to grow such a huge brand. And if some people are like, we talked about this in the room, some people are like, yeah, but it's easier for you. You're a doctor. It's actually not easy for them. It's more risky. And it's something that is a bigger challenge to do online. And I'm telling you, she just like really found her niche. And she talked about all the different ways that she does it. And she doesn't necessarily follow a routine, but her routine is tapping into being authentic before every single thing that she does. And she really went deep on talking all about that. Then I had my friend Lindsey Schwartz. We did a Q&A for the whole room, wrapping up the day. And back to, what I want to get back to, I've been thinking about this a lot. I want to get back to Erin King's talk. And she opened up the day, and it was all about energy. She did a study for over a year with thousands of people talking about energy being one of the key factors of what makes a person successful. Like one of the main factors of what makes a person successful. Because at the end of the day, I really believe people are not necessarily buying what you're selling. I think they're buying your energy. They're buying your certainty, and they're buying your belief. And I think that the outcome of certainty and belief is energy. I think that you go through your life very magnetic because you're energized, you feel alive and awake when you work on feeling certain and when you work on your beliefs. So this got me to thinking, what are some of the beliefs that are making you not feel energized and are making you trapped in a spiral of negative thinking over and over, which lowers your energy? So I believe she used a scale. We'll have her on the podcast. We're having her on really soon. So she used a scale of like 1 to 7. And it was people who were like in 5 through 7 who were the most successful as far as the energy scale. And I'm thinking, if you rated yourself right now, today, in this very moment, listening to this podcast, or before you turn this podcast on, right? Because sometimes things can energize us. What would your energy level be? Because if you're not in that 5 to 7, and this is 1 out of 7, so 5 to 7, if you're not in that 5 to 7 frame, you're probably not attracting the things that you want or creating the things that you want, because that's really kind of like the frame this is what I took from it. That's really the place where you're going to get all the good ideas and attract all the people that you want and create the life that you want. So if you're measuring throughout the day under that particular, if you're like, yeah, I'm lower than a 5, you're probably not moving towards the life that you want. So what are the things that you're trapped in? And I was really thinking about some of the beliefs that people have and that I've had in the past. And it is one of the beliefs that keep me up in that like 5 to 7 range majority of the time are that I can't make a bad decision. I can't make a wrong decision, and no decision that I've ever made was bad or wrong. And, that might like blow your minds, because you might be like, yeah, but what about this one time I did this, or I said this, or I hurt this person, or I felt stupid here, I felt so ashamed, or this happened in my life, or, this put me into victim mode and I can't get out. I really, this might seem crazy to some of you, I believe every single thing that has happened to me truly has happened for me to evolve into the person that I came here to be. And that simple belief system alone of working so hard to know that something good came out of every bad thing, whether that was just for me to get more of a backbone, for me to get stronger, or for me to relate to someone I once could not relate to and help them out. Brene Brown says, your story and that thing that happened to you, your story is someone else's survival guide. So even if it was just to get the survival guide for someone else, that is my belief. And that keeps me from going to these places of like, those fights in your head with those people where you're like, if I just could say this, I'd show them, or I'd win that, or I'd say how bad they are. I'd tell everyone what a narcissist they are, or I'd tell everyone how they wronged me, or how they did this, or took this money, or like set me back. All of those conversations are pulling you below a 7, guys. They're pulling you below a 5. And that means that it's only hurting you. It's only stopping people from being attracted to you. It's only stopping people from coming into your courses, into your business, buying your stuff, because you're trapped in a cycle of believing that something bad happened and you made a bad decision, or you didn't do something right, or someone came in and cursed your life. And when we believe that, or we think that, or we feel that, it lowers that vibration, which then pushes everything away. So I'm not saying be a pushover. I'm not saying let people walk on you. I'm saying create the boundary, or leave, or, protect yourself, but then forgive, bless, and release, and believe that it happened for you. It happened for you so you know how to keep it out of your life again. So you know how to create that boundary. And so you know how to give someone the survival guide and relate to people and have compassion and be a more loving person and be able to help more people on a level you could not help them before. Guys, if we don't go through these experiences, you don't get to help people. We don't get to understand people, and it moves us further away from what I believe is about feeling one with everyone, understanding that the world that we're all sharing the same kind of experience in this world. So you guys, I hope this helps you today. I hope that you look at those beliefs that are pulling you out of being a 5 to 7. And I can't wait for you to listen to Erin King's podcast, which is coming in the next couple months. Otherwise, you have to get in the room with us at Girlfriends in Business too. It's just such a fun next level experience if you're truly ready to put your stake in the ground and grow your business and your network. You leave with the best business besties ever. But I believe we're going to be doing another one in February or March. I don't have the date yet. I'm going to share on here about a save the date too. And I'm sending you so much love. Thank you guys for listening. If you love this, send it to someone who needs it. Go follow the podcast. Go send us or give us a review, because that means the world. If this has given you value, you can stop right now. Go on the podcast app, give us a 5-star review if you feel we deserve it, and then leave a review. Maybe it's something that has shifted for you, changed your life. But that truly is how these podcasts thrive. And guys, it's been 8 years. So if you've been listening for 8 years, all I ask is that you head on over, follow, and leave a review. I appreciate you so much. And I will talk to you next week. Bye, everyone.